nobody knows.
That sounds fun.
She's insane.
Okay, get ready. Netflix's Bet is based on a popular manga series where students at an elite prep school achieve status among each other by what else? Gambling, my dad's second favorite pastime. So joining us live now is Canadian star of the show, Hunter Cardinal, joining us live from Edmonton this morning. Hunter, it is great to see you. You play a student at the elite St. Dominic School where gambling is pretty much religion. It's how kids move up the ladder in terms of social status. But let's turn the tables. What is one thing in your life you would never bet on?
Oh my gosh, I would never bet against the ability for Canadian talent to shine on the world stage.
Yeah, there you go. Great answer. For me, it would be, I don't know, it would be math or something like that. But switching gears now.
Math is hard.
Yeah, I suck at math, so I would never put that on the table for myself. But Netflix is adapting this wildly popular anime manga into a live-action series. And they found success with One Piece. So what do you think is the secret sauce to honoring that source material while making it something completely unique and original that people are going to want to watch?
You know, that's a great question. Obviously, we want to honor the source material that we have to work with, but I think it's about looking at this from the perspective of how can we make sure that we are growing from the same soil, but growing towards something that is unique. And for us, it was a lot around circling this question of how can we escape, systems that we realize are rigged, whether it's institutional or personal in terms of what we think we're capable of or what we think we're, limited by.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the show looks fantastic. Just looking at the trailer, it's intense. There's a lot of eye patches, and I'm guessing there's a lot of blood as well. But the show dives into high-stakes risk and strategy. You've said before that storytelling is medicine to you. So what's the biggest gamble you've taken as a storyteller, and what did it teach you?
Oh, that is such a good question. I feel like, I think the show gets at this question of what is the deepest gamble that we can make? And I feel like for me, it's about the risk of choosing to become someone. Mm-hmm. In the show, we identify how, we're constantly searching for things that we believe are stable about who we are, what we stand for. But what the show asks is, what happens if we realize that, all of that is shaped by chance? What are we allowed to believe? How often, are we looking for something real to stand on? And what happens when that starts to shift? So, I think it's the risk of being something and then choosing to become something else.
Mm-hmm. And Hunter, you're a treaty person from Woodland Cree, a classically trained actor, both in front of the screen and on stage, and someone who moves between Indigenous and non-Indigenous worlds. So what does it mean to you to bring that full self, that full person that you are, to now the global Netflix stage?
Yeah, it's the same stuff that I would bring as an actor to anything. How can I look at the person for that multidimensional, beautiful, delicious confusion, so to speak? And try to bring that to life. I feel like it's a real beautiful moment when the creative artist gets to meet the work and then discover, the stories that need to be told.
Mm-hmm. And very quickly, Hunter, let's talk origin stories because every hero has one. You and your sister co-founded Nahayawin. You act, you improvise. Was there a single moment, that young Hunter thought, this is it, this is the path that I'm supposed to be on? Or did it find you?
Oh my gosh, yeah, there's a warm fuzzy that I've been thinking a lot about lately. I used to have trouble sleeping, and when my late grandmother from New York would stay with us in Alberta, I would sneak into her room and we would watch Whose Line Is It Anyway? And I remembered, laughing with her exactly just like that and seeing how alive the performers were and the audience members, and I just really have always wanted to pursue that type of connection.
Okay, well, we're so happy that you're making your dreams come true, and we can't wait to watch you in Bet, streaming on Netflix today. Hunter Cardinal joining us from Edmonton, Alberta. Thank you so much for your time. Take care.
Thank you so much. Okay, see you, everyone.
See ya.